Hi everyone, it's Marie, and I have come with you with a different video. Normally I put out weekly ones, but I kind of stopped making videos again. So I am gonna just do all of July. My last one was like pretty much the last week in June. So I'm gonna do all of July and give you 31 listings, I think it was 31 items that I sold random. Um, Things that I would still pick up, I think. And so, yeah, so these are my numbers. In July, I sold 220 items. I grossed 8,238.19. My fees were $1,722.89. My shipping was $1,532.08. My cost of goods was $1,246.14. So that makes my net profit for July $3,737.08. So our sales did pick up. Um, you can see here, this is my eBay. I did open up a Poshmark US closet towards the end of July, so I do have a handful of sales from over there that I'm not going to show this time around. And I think I might have sold one on Vinted, which never really happens. I put up a few items and I kind of ignored it and left it. I don't really like Vinted. I'm just letting those things sell out. So my sales are up 16% in July. And so my net sales are up 11. We sold 11% more in July. So it's starting to get better than what it was in June, luckily. And yeah, I had no repeat buyers. And let's see here. Men's pants are up, women's sweaters, and men's belts. And if I come over to Poshmark, my Poshmark is always lower, but in July we grossed $2,206. So that's nice. Most of the time it stays around that mark. This one was when I shut everything down and it got real slow. And this is August now, so we'll see. So let's just jump right into this. The first one is an REI Co-op pants. These, I got two pairs. This pair sold fairly quick. I still have the other pair. They're convertible and they were in very well shape. I'm surprised the other ones are still hanging around. They went for $27.77 US. Again, my eBay will be in US dollars, except for what you've seen here. This is obviously Canada. And my Poshmark Canada will be in Canadian dollars. Once I start showing my Poshmark US, then you'll see that. So the numbers will always seem a little funky, but I'm just not going to write down all the converted numbers and stuff. The things that I tell you, my gross sales and stuff in the beginning, those are all done in Canadian. So then we have an Eileen Fisher shirt. This sold within a couple of days for $37.77. My full asking price. This was an extra large. It was made of tencel, but it did have some flaws there. I do pick up most Eileen Fisher, even when it is in a small. This also had a spot. Then we have a vintage LL Bean. I figured I would buy this for myself. I loved the print and there was no size tag. So all I did was measure it and I looked up a size chart that had for the measurements and compared it to that. So this sold, I think this was within a couple of weeks for $39.77. So then we have We the Free People jeans. I debated on picking these up, but they were new with tags. So I decided to anyways. The comps didn't even look that great, but these sold within one day for my full asking price. They were wide leg. That is why I really picked them up. They were high rise. I do have a stock photo, which you're not supposed to, but I tend to put it as my second one. And then I say stock photos to show fit, not the color if it's not the same size. And then we have a bird dog shorts. These are extra large. These bird dog, this is a brand to look out for. I sold 3 bird dogs in the month of July, 2 pairs of shorts, 1 pairs of pants. This is what they're going to look like. They normally say boom for your boomstick. And then you'll see there, birddogs.com. These were just a beige pair. They have lining in them. Even the pants have lining most of the time. These sold for my full asking price of $34.77. Then we have a habitat. This is, I just threw one in there. This is an extra large, buttoned up. This was brand new with tags. There's nothing special. It's more of a mature brand. I sell a lot of it because I bought a lot of it. Then, oh, here's a pair of bird dog pants. These sold for $44.77. These were just plain chinos. Here you can see, boom for your boomstick. These ones had a few little marks on them and the lining. Yep, just a small mark on the waistband. And they still went for $44.77. This is a new to me brand. I'm not sure if it's anything. The comps didn't look too well, but I couldn't find sweaters like this. So this was a Kyle James Patrick or a Keel James Patrick. This one had Cape Cod on it. I put it up for $29.77 because I couldn't find anything comparable. But it only took a few weeks and it sold. It had a lot of watchers on it. I sent out a lot of likes or offers, and eventually just sold for my full asking price at $29.77. So I'm not sure if I'll ever see this again, but if you do, I would say look it up. It's made in the USA. Then we have a Chico's cardigan. This was a size 2. This was new with tags. I think this was absolutely stunning. Excuse me. This went for $35 on an offer. This was just an open cardigan. There's slinky. You want to use the word slinky, even though you can see I didn't. I did use it down here, but normally I put it up here. It had a nautical theme to it. The boats. Let me see here. Yeah. The ropes and stuff. I find Chico's actually does pretty good. I don't know what people go on about. I do like to pick it up brand new most of the time. I'm more choosier what I get when I buy it used. Here's a new to me brand. This is Smathers and Branson. This is just a belt. This sold very quickly for a best offer of $70. So we had some technical difficulties here. So I'm just going to do a voiceover for the second half of this. I'm sorry to anybody that this bothers. And I understand if you click away if you haven't already by now. So I'm just finishing up telling you about the Smathers and Bronson's brand. There's the logo there. This is something that you want to keep an eye open for. The sell-through rate is excellent and the prices sell quite high. Now we're on to Roback. Roback is another excellent high sell-through brand. We have sold several over the last just couple of months. This is a brand that we don't find often, but when we do, we don't even hold it often. This one sold for $65.77. And there's the logo to keep an eye open for. And here is a Polo Ralph Lauren full zip sweater jacket type thing. I bought this because of the color block. I figured somebody would like it. I didn't look it up. I'm not even sure what I would have looked up, but this sold for $33.44. This is a newer label, and it's only in a size medium. It did have a little stain there, nothing major, but I just figured there was somebody that was a Polo Ralph Lauren person that liked that. Now we have a Burberry London. I pick up all Burberry, mostly, like unless it looks a little shady, then I leave it behind. This one I'm not really quite sure about. It's still sitting at the UPS store. They tried to deliver it. They weren't home. I emailed them. They didn't get back to me. So I'm not sure if it's coming back or not. I got the notice from the UPS saying that it had to, but we'll see. This is an excellent print though, so that helps sell it. I took a best off around 60, 65 on that. And then we have a J. Jill dress. This is a Love Linens, buttoned up with pockets. This sold for $44.77. And even though I wash all my clothes, I did get neutral feedback on this one saying that they loved the item, but it smelled like perfume. So I use non-scented detergent, so maybe there was still a lingering perfume smell, or I don't know. I stopped trying to figure out how to please everybody. And now we have a pair of Rollin. This is another really sought after brand. These went for around $75. I took a best offer. They were just a pair of lined joggers. I don't find this brand often, but it is definitely something to keep your eye open for. And I'm not really quite sure what I'm still talking about here. I say doing a voiceover made me realize that I just ramble a lot. And here we have a nice little plush. I bought this just because of this old vintage look. I didn't realize it had some stains on it. I've had this for quite a while. I listed it lower for $27.77, and it sold. I didn't know who it was by at first because there was no tags, but after doing a Google Lens, I found out that it was a Russ plush. But this just gave me the vibes of something being back in, the 80s or so, hanging in a nursery. And finally, over to Poshmark. And here we have Fiore. This is another high sought after brand. I like Fiore even better than Lululemon. These did still have the tag, which was nice. These were just a gray tapered leg, stretched chino, flat front with pockets. They were just basic and simple, and they went for $75 on Poshmark. There's sometimes a Fiore's like a Lulu, they don't have like the Fiore in the waistline so that you would see just a little logo. And there is times I've heard other resellers say they have had Veros, but I've had nothing for Fiore, and I've sold a few pieces now. Now we have the mountain shirt, men's 2 extra large, purple long sleeve pullover. And I bought this because it was just adorable. I don't suggest ever buying just adorable stuff, but sometimes you just got to. It gave you that old feel and it had the kittens on the front. So I knew somebody would want it. And somebody did. I mean, the size probably helped too, but just look at the kittens. They are just so cute. And this one wasn't even a vintage one. I have stopped picking the mountain up. I normally try to pick it up in a larger size. Um, yeah, so now we have a Carhartt jacket, large, gray, quilted lined, hooded canvas workwear. And this had an embroider of Fab Tech on the front. This went for $75. It did probably have some staining. Carhartt heavy wear, stuff like that. The workwear type things are selling. I also look up the heavy duty hoods, and I still buy most pants because they sell well on Poshmark. Now here we have Juicy Couture pants, women's medium yellow terry cloth wide leg. I picked these up for that Y2K feel. There they had a hole. They might have went for a little more. I don't know, but I still got $24, which was pretty good. I had a lot of interest on these, but finally they sell because I've had them for a while. It could be the hole. And now we have an Indian motorcycle shirt, men's large, blue plaid, light flannel, buttoned up long sleeve. It's really funny how some things will sell on Poshmark compared to eBay or eBay compared to Poshmark because I mean I had this on eBay on a really low sale and nobody ever bought it, but it sold for my full asking price of $40 on Poshmark. So I don't know if this is a good brand. I never really looked it up. This was something my husband got, but it sold relatively quickly. I mean, I think I only had it for a month or so. Now we have an Le Fleur pants, women's gray, mid-rise bootcut stretch, ankle, side zipper. I had these forever. This is supposed to be a good brand, I think, but it did nothing for me. I like this I had for probably a year and a half, 2 years. So I finally sold them for $49. And then we have a G Star shirt, men's extra large, type C, straight long, camo, button front, vented. This was new without tags, and I am a little choosier with my G Star now because I don't find it goes as fast. But because of the camo print, I decided to pick this one up, and it sold for $37. And then relatively quick, I think within a few weeks. And then there's dead. And now we have an Eileen Fisher dress, women's XXS gray tunic shift, pullover sleeveless silk. This sold for $55, and it took a long time to sell, but that was reasonable for the extra small. I still pick up most Eileen Fisher, but I figured because this one was a silk, it should do okay. Now we have a Habitat shirt, medium purple check button front long sleeve. Leg and looky, this sold for $62. I sold quite a bit of Habitat. I'm actually dwindling down in Habitat, so we won't see too many more sales of Habitat along the way. And then we have a Maeve shirt, black cat print, button up, long sleeve. This is very lightweight. It's a size 2, but it had these adorable little cat faces all over them. So once again, I really picked it up based on the adorability. Normally I try to stick to the larger sizes of Maeve or try to find the style before I actually pick it up. Then we have Ariat jeans, women, 28 long, blue boot cut. It's just your basic Ariat. The men's the men's go quicker than the women's, but I still pick them up all the time. These sold for $50. RLX Polo Sports snow pants is sold in the middle of July. These sold for $25. I think I could have got a little more, but I figured somebody was offering me $25 in the middle of the July. that I probably should take it. Plus, I think I needed a little bit of sales. They also had a little bit of staining and wear, so $25 was pretty damn good. And then we have a Betsy Johnson dress, women's 6, paisley ruffle, flared sleeves, V-neck, boho hippie. I thought this would have went faster. I've had this for quite a while. It gave me that fairy core look. But it stuck around for a while. It eventually sold for $45. Now we have a CC Filson shirt, men's extra large plaid. This was a really nice shirt. I'm not even sure it's been worn. Sold for $66. I haven't found a whole lot of CC Filson, but I pick everything up when I do. And this is the label to look out for. And lastly, we have a Patagonia Better Sweater, men's small pullover, and this sold for $30. I took a best offer, I'm pretty sure, for this one just because of the size, and who knows how long we would have had it. So, yeah, that's all we have. And I think now I just have the first couple of weeks of August to catch up on, and then we will be up to date. But I just figured that I would do all of July. My July numbers seem to be not too bad, so hopefully my August will be better than my July. I'm trying to be more pickier in my sourcing, so I haven't been finding the greatest stuff lately, or a lot of stuff, I should say, because I'm trying not to buy so many low tier stuff. But other than that, I guess I will say goodbye here, since I'm not sure what I'm talking about, and I hope you all have a great day.